I am speechless. I am speechless. I cannot believe what has just transpired. It has finally happened. Blizzard addresses world buffs. Finally. They have finally addressed world buffs. There is a new item added to the game as of today, Tuesday, April 20th, patch 1.13.7. There is a new item called the Chronoboon Displacer. It's an item that when you right-click to use it, it's going to store any world buffs, such as Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer, War Chief's Blessing, and Spirit of Zandalar for later use. You right-click it again, and it's going to restore those buffs on you with their previous remaining durations intact. No more do you have to get your world buffs log off to maintain their duration. No longer do you have to live in fear of the priests and shamans coming to take your buffs away. No longer are we going to have to suffer. I mean, I think this change is great and all. It's a little bit late, I'm not going to lie. It's a little effing late. Because honestly, all the content has kind of been out for a while. And I'm one of those people who just wants to experience it like once. So I kind of stopped raiding personally. But you know what? For those who are hardcore, those who are most loyal to Blizzard and the content and the game, I think this is awesome for them. And there's kind of a cool little lore element here in the patch notes. It says, players who complete Chromie's quests in Anderhall can obtain an ancient artifact of bronze dragonflight magic. How cool is that? It's freaking magic, guys. Anyways, I think this is awesome. I think it's great. I think it should have been here a long time ago. Like, I think this is super late on Blizzard's end. I mean, I'm not even going to be able to really enjoy it that much because I'm kind of done with raiding in Classic already. But I think for the hardcore, I think this is great. It's going to stop the PvP server dispelling, things like that. I think it's an awesome change, but it should have been here like 6 months ago or more. So anyways, I think it's awesome. They finally addressed world buffs. Congrats, Blizzard. You did it. All right. There's some other cool changes, though, in this patch notes. So beneficial buffs are now going to be prioritized. So if you didn't know, there is a buff limit, right? You can only have a certain number of buffs on you. So there are certain situations where, let's say you have, all of these really, great buffs, and then maybe a few low impact buffs, things that are like maybe your 6-piece set bonus if you're a warlock that gives you some extra resistances that's really not that great, for example, and it's going to like push off like really good buffs such as Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer or Flask of Titans. So let's say you get all your buffs and then you're going to use your Chronoboon Displacer, and some other things go on there. It can push off those buffs, right? So there's this new beneficial buff priority system, which is going to prioritize really powerful buffs, right? So, for example, like low impact buffs like Renew, Rejuvenation, or like I said, 6-piece set bonuses are no longer going to push off your important buffs, such as, world buffs or flasks, right? When you're at that buff limit. That was awesome. I don't even know what just happened to my mouth right there. Things like Mark of the Champion, Rune of the Dawn, and Seal of the Dawn's benefits are now marked as passive auras and will no longer count towards the player buff cap. So that's a nice little easing there as well. Here's a big one. Spell batching was removed. The 400 millisecond spell batch window has been reduced to 10 milliseconds. That is a massive reduction. That's a 400% reduction. 400, yeah. This should cause most players' abilities to behave in a more responsive way. I think this is awesome. I can't wait to play the game, to feel this new, decreased latency, basically. Certain operations of the game are now going to resolve faster, such as purchasing multiple quantities of items from vendors rapidly. Oh my God, this made me feel like I was playing a 10-year-old game because I always buy like lots of stacks of water, food. I mean, if you're a hunter, arrows, right? Like, crazy how like I had to sit there and wait. I mean, even if you're like a tailor and you're trying to buy like a ton of like tailoring stuff, whether that's thread or bleach or whatever it is, right? Dyes for your cloth. Dude, it takes forever to purchase this stuff. So like this was a much needed change. Again, so many changes so late, but I guess, I don't know. I was about to say, I guess it's going to carry over to TBC, but really, like the world buff thing is going to become irrelevant, but I suppose the spell batching removal will be great. It says here, Paladin seals will now persist on the Paladin for a very short time after they're replaced by a different seal, so that seal twisting remains possible. So that's nice. There you go, Paladins. You've got your seal twisting still going on. And then this patch also had a number of interesting fixes with Naxxramas, some exploits. There was a area on the race platform during the Hagen the Unclean's encounter where there was a safe space from Hagen's mana burn. That has been removed. And there are also some spaces where plague waves could overlap and deal double damage. That has been fixed. There's some fixes and improvements to the combat behavior of guardians summoned from items like the Vanquished Tentacle of Cthulhu, Defender of the Timbermaw, and Arcanite Dragonling to make them more likely to engage in combat in a wider variety of situations. So that's going to hopefully not happen as much. It's going to be fixed, right? Shadow Oil and Frost Oil can now proc while the player is on the global cooldown. I actually didn't even know that that was a thing, that they couldn't proc while you were on a global cooldown. That's an interesting bug that existed. Did not know about that. Of course, there's still internal cooldowns they mention. So this is all really interesting and cool stuff, right? Bug fixes. I mean, the biggest announcement is really the world buffs. These other little bug fixes are cool and all, but honestly, the bombshell announcement was that Blizzard finally addresses the world buff situation. Good for them. I'm glad they found a fix. I'm not as happy that it took them over a year to finally figure it out. I'm really excited to play the game. However, I can't. I can no longer play World of Warcraft because I have some breaking news for you all. I have been banned from World of Warcraft. I basically, if you saw my last few videos, I was telling you guys about how Alterac Valley is a great place to go fishing. It's a great place to farm honor, to kill harpies, to get experience. You know, 3 rocks, or 1 rock, 4 birds, right? Get 4 birds stoned with 1 rock. And yeah, it's just, I woke up one day. No, I didn't wake up. I was just sitting in front of my computer one day and I got this message that my account has been suspended. Account has been suspended. So I guess a warning for all of you out there, you know, if you think that non-PvP participation stuff isn't real, I guess I just found out firsthand that it is. So now I can't play World of Warcraft for 8 days. Hopefully that's the limit of it. Hopefully they don't extend it or do anything else, because World of Warcraft is my life. No, I mean, you know, 50-50 I'd say, but it's almost there. But in the meantime, I'm going to probably try out some other games. Some other games that I'm sure you might also be excited about. Path of Exile has a new expansion. There's also a Path of Exile 2 coming out. Really excited for both of those. I'm probably going to do that right after this, play some of that Path of Exile new league. And then there's also Diablo 2, which, of course, I didn't get into the technical alpha. Why would I? I'm not a streamer. So, unfortunately, I haven't been able to try it at all. But really, really looking forward to playing some Diablo 2. I remember playing that back when I was in elementary school. Like, that was awesome. Just playing some Diablo 2, killing Andariel, Duriel, Mephisto, Diablo, and Baal. The Primevals. What an awesome game. Such an awesome game. Really looking forward to that. Let me know in the comments below, guys, what you think about these changes. Did they happen too late? Do you wish that they didn't even happen at all? I'm really interested because, frankly, I don't know if I'm alone with my thoughts that, like, yay, like, world buffs have been addressed, but at the same time, like, it's at a point where it's like, does it even matter anymore? I feel like World of Warcraft is sort of being played a lot less than it was like 6 months ago. All the content's been out for a while. Everyone's kind of just waiting for TBC. So let me know in the comments below what you think. I'm also interested to know what the other topic I was talking about, which was other games. Do you guys play Path of Exile? And do you guys look forward to playing Diablo 2? Let me know in the comments below because, quite frankly, those games are super appealing. I mean, they're action RPGs. They're sort of similar to World of Warcraft, but you know, I was wondering, you know, if I created a guide for one of those, or you know, created some content for one of those other games, would you be interested in them? I know, you know, we really cover a lot of TBC content over here, but really interested to hear your thoughts on that, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a great week ahead, and see you next time. Take care.